Hey gang, Spada here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Beast Machines Deluxe Cast Strika. Now this is one of the last figures to come out in the Beast Machines line, and this was also one of the generals from the second season of Beast Machines. If you haven't watched Beast Machines, I suggest you go back and take a look at it, as there was some pretty cool stuff in it, even if the overall message for the show was a little weird. What we have here, Strika, is a six-wheeled tank. It's pretty much just a six-wheeled assault vehicle, and it's very interesting because the original tank in Beast Machines was Tankor, and, well, let's face it, Tankor wasn't exactly what we would call dependable. But Strika was definitely a dependable figure, or a dependable character. Now, the figure itself is really interesting in that the toy is not exactly show accurate. There is some of the purple that you see in the show, but you don't have the overall purple that the show depicts the character as. Now, there are a lot more grays and golds in this mode. There is a gimmick in this mode with the cannons back here. You can launch them by just pushing on them, or you push down on the Viacon symbol and they reciprocate. Overall, not a bad gimmick, but kind of dumb and takes up a lot of space. I mean, this whole section here is that gimmick alone. Transformation for the figure is complex but nice. I really like the transformation. We're going to start off by taking the bottom, reaching underneath the vehicle mode, and flipping out these struts. And just point them forward. Then unpeg the front wheels from the front of the vehicle and lift up on the middle wheels, and then that will drop down, allowing us to fold out the feet. Then take the front of the figure and move the head up and flip, and then take the sides and flip them up and just kind of peg them in the back like that. So I'll show you that again. And then these become the arms and the hands. Then the middle wheels fold up and slide into the area that will become the robot mode's chest. Take this bottom part, swivel it around, and drop it down. And then doing that, we'll push this piece down. And then you can fold the legs up and peg them in. The rear wheels will fold up underneath the backpack. And then the head, actually just kind of open it up, pull this section out, and fold it down, and there we go. Here we have Strika in robot mode. Strika in robot mode is not what I would call a very good-looking figure. It is very oddly proportioned, and if you've ever seen the show, she looks just as weird in the show. And yes, this is a she. There is a lot of posability here, but it is negated by the giant backpack that we have going right here. And if these struts weren't on the figure would not be able to stand up. It just wouldn't be able to do it. And that actually affects the posability overall anyway, since you can't pose this thing at all. I mean, you could do forward. It's got movement. It's got some movement in the knees and ball joint in the upper thighs, but the backpack is so heavy you really cannot pose it. There is posability here in the arms, so you've got a swivel joint, a ball joint, another ball joint, and then this weird swivel for the pseudo hands. I'd like to say she's got no real hands, but it's a little iffy. She does have the cannon gimmick still, and the face is, well, that's really only the face that a motherbot could love. Overall, though, I do kind of like the figure, even if it is really weird. I would love to see this repainted as something a little cooler. But overall, the figure's not terrible. It is a nice change from the insanity that is the Maximals of the Beast Machines line. But it's not perfect by any means, and could be could be a little bit better, I think. But overall, it's not a bad figure. Does it belong in your collection? Really, only if you need to have something as a Strika to have all of the figures of that should appear in the Beast Machines show. Otherwise, I would pass.